What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining me for Real Talk NFT. I'm your host, Brian, and we have Anwar, who is the CEO and founder of a really awesome video engagement platform that leverages blockchain technology called RECRD. Anwar, really happy to have you on the podcast today and learning all about your platform. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Brian?
Well, I really appreciate you jumping on today. We were talking a little bit offline and going through your website and kind of what RECRD is and what you've built. Really impressive stuff. And I can really see how you're going to be empowering creators. It kind of makes me excited because I'm really passionate about that. I believe that SocialFi and just social media is crazy, and there's really a way to make things more effective for creators overall. But before we dive deep into that, would love to know a little bit about your background and how you got into the crazy world of Web3.
Cool. Thank you. My name's Anoi Houmou. I'm the CEO and founder of record.com. Background is pure advertising. So I've been in the kind of creative advertising world for about 13, 14 years, roughly. So worked for a bunch of really cool ad agencies, handled a ton of accounts, then kind of jumped and to the other side and was the head of digital marketing for Standard Chartered Bank for a number of years. So going from agency side to client side, which in a bank, which was a massive leap. And then I stumbled on this huge problem a couple of years ago and kind of really just trying to solve it. So that's how kind of RECRD come about. Web3 is just, we actually launched as a Web2 platform originally, right? So it was just video platform, people monetize, and people post video responses as what we call rebounds. And then what happened was we launched the platform, we got a ton of users very, very quickly. But what we found was people was taking other people's content and monetizing them, right? Which is not cool. So we had to solve that, and that kind of led us down the Web3 and blockchain kind of rabbit hole. And boy, that rabbit hole run deep. Let's just say that. I've been in the space now for a few years, and it's an amazing industry. Like the community, the passion, and it's futuristic. It empowers a lot of projects, right? That can take it to the next level. And I'm not even just talking about just kind of crypto and stuff like that. It's the whole NFT segment. And if you break that down further, we're not just talking about digital art and creative art. It can go into agriculture, it can go into real estate and so on. So yeah, it's been an interesting one. Let's just say that.
Yeah, you sound to plug a little bit for our show, because we're talking about all things Web3, and it's not just like digital art, like a squiggle in my background, or PFP collections. There's just so many use cases, how you can leverage this technology. And I feel like I know a lot about it, but I learn something new literally every single day. And it's really, your platform opened my eyes, because it's cool. It just really looks like it's going to empower creators. And I'm a big believer of that. And that's kind of how these NFTs started off originally as well, like with artists and kind of like going through galleries and getting ripped off through galleries. And they didn't have as big of an audience. And, we can go on forever. And I really believe that, RECRD is onto something here. Really interesting that you started this as a Web2 company. So you had kind of the initial idea, but then you were like, hey, there's this whole other world of blockchain and leveraging that technology and why that's going to make it improve. We'd love for you to walk us through kind of just the core functionalities of RECRD, exactly what it is at a high level would be great.
Yeah, sure. So the best way to kind of describe it is kind of like TikTok meets Reddit, a monetized version of TikTok that meets Reddit. So biggest problem was that short form content creators just don't get paid off their views. I'm sure you find this, Brian. If you chop up your content, post it on Instagram, post it on TikTok, you have to hit through so many barriers and hit certain metrics to get into a creator program fund, and you'll get pennies on the dollar, right? So you don't really kind of monetize your content. So what we have done is to basically allow anyone from your first view to start making money. And the way that works is that there's ads distributed as pre-roll or post-roll, and it fits in and around your content. But we've done it in a very non-intrusive way, right? So when you think of pre-roll ads, obviously you think YouTube, they pioneered it. Video gets watched, and because YouTube is not a social platform, it's a search platform. The social element to incorporate ads is missing, right? So their core product is to put an ad within a video, right? So to put a banner on top of it, to put a banner below, to have a click campaign on the side, obviously those metrics are not as high as those CPMs within a video, right? Whereas you've got Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and more socially led platforms. There's different placements for ads, so you can put it within the feed, mainly in feed ads, right? So they're non-intrusive. You can just scroll right past them, and it's highly targeted, right? So with us, we had to figure out a way for the creators to instantly monetize like all their views, right? So and the creator can monetize in 5 different ways, right? So the first one is pre-roll, post-roll, right? Now we don't have pre-roll and post-roll within the app itself, right? A pre-roll ad only appears if you share your video off platform, right? So let's say you, Brian, you sent me one of your videos on WhatsApp, right? You shared the link. When I click on the link, I have no idea what record is. I tap on it. It opens up a video landing page on web, and then there's a pre-roll ad, right? So you've just monetized that share. So that's one way. The second one is one of our propositions is revolutionizing the way people engage with content that we call rebounds, right? And this is our kind of core, distinguished niche as a platform, where we the creators have the ability to get content back from their community, right? So the way that works is you post a video, I can post a video response, a video remix, or a video reaction to your video. So that and it's called a rebound. Now you, Brian, you could actually rebound me back, right? So it's kind of like video comments or like a subreddit or anything like that. And you know what? You have to post this video on records, right? And it'll be good to hear from the community what they think about record and rebound this video, right? So it's those call to actions, and then people would rebound you, and so on. Anytime there's an ad in the rebound feed, so as an in-feed ad, you, Brian, make up to 100% of the ad revenue, right? So that's number 2. Oh yeah. The third way is monetizing sounds, right? TikTok was built on sound, right? People take someone's sound, they create a whole new video off that sound. It's super cool, and that really drives that amazing content network effect. But imagine this: imagine anyone who uses your sound will automatically get 20% of your ad revenue, right? Of every view. Okay,
that's sweet.
We're monetizing the sound. The fourth one is ads in your profile. So if I'm flicking through all of your videos on your profile page, anytime there's an ad in between the feed, you get up to 100%. And then the last one is you have the ability to sell your content. And this is what kind of revolutionized us into the Web3 space for IP ownership, right? So when we were looking at how can we kind of really protect the creator's work, We looked at different tech stacks and how can we solve this issue, and then that's what led us down the blockchain, right? So now the way it works, video gets uploaded, it's automatically minted as a video NFT, right? So the creator doesn't have to do anything. It's just you click on upload. Once it's uploaded, so you're monetizing your content, ad revenue just goes directly into your wallet, it's all good. But now your video is slowly starting to go viral and you want to sell your video, and I love you and I want to buy your video, right? So I can buy your video off you, right? So you just set the price, you set the royalty, and it's done, right? One click, I purchase your video. Now the ad revenue of that video now comes to me. So I own the rights of your video. You will always still be the creator and you will always still have the royalty of what you set. But now all future ad revenue now comes to me because I own your video. So that's how people monetize. And that's how it
Man,
kind of works, platform.
this is even cooler than when I thought, to be honest with you. The song sharing is very interesting because that's such a big part of it, is like catching a trending song and utilizing it. I mean, that's all my Instagram and TikTok feed is like the same song over and over and over again because it's trending. And that's really cool. And you said you retain 20% of that if somebody utilizes your music, correct?
Yep. And it's all fully transparent because everything is on the blockchain. So we exclusively partnered with Sui, and we went through an insane tender process. Like we spoke to a lot of chains, and we really did our due diligence. And Sui come out by far, as the best right partner for us. Because for us, the biggest question mark was scalability. And I could actually kind of tell you this exclusively. We launched India, so we're filming this on a Tuesday, right? We launched India Friday night. We've hit, I think, just under 1 million daily active wallets in 3 days. Yeah, so we haven't we haven't even announced this on our Twitter yet. So we've gone completely viral in India. And I've got a very, very large partnership on the table that I can't announce on this, unfortunately, because it's not signed yet. But I will be signing it hopefully tomorrow, and then I'll tweet you, I'll tag you, and be like, "This is what I was talking about." So the biggest thing for us was scalability. How can we? What would be that best chain that can help us scale and that can actually maintain these numbers, right? So yeah, we're on the verge of something really interesting, and it's really interesting to see how India is just how it's picked up. It's only available in India right now. We're still on beta, like we're testing the scalability, but I had no idea that I would hit these kind of numbers in less than 3 days. So, and we haven't even started yet. We haven't even started yet. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It crashed 3 hours ago. So yeah, seriously, it crashed 3 hours ago. So yeah, but this is why we do a beta. And stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, you're doing something right if you crash your website and your platform.
Bro, it's crashed people 3 times. It's crashed 3 times. We didn't expect the kind of numbers that we've got, but yeah, they're eating it up in India. It's dope. So
that's awesome. I mean, 1 million of anything is absolutely outstanding, and that was only in like 3 or 4 days, which is wild stuff. Now, is the price when you go to buy? Let's say I want to buy someone's content, like you were saying, is that all priced in like USDC? How do you or Ethereum? How's that? USD.
It's to be honest, it's priced in dollars, right? So you want to sell your content in dollars. You'll set the price in dollars, and then we've only integrated it in with fiat right now. But sorry, USDT. So you would buy your video in USDT, and that's it. But we will be dropping our token soon, and there's a whole kind of ecosystem with the record token with that. So yeah, but right now it's you set your price, and then everything, you don't have to go outside the wallet. Everything is integrated in the wallet. You just top up, and then you buy whatever you want, and then the NFT is just moved directly to you, instant.
Tell me a little bit about the token. I think you just said it's the RECRD token. Had it in my notes here, so I'm just going to
Yeah,
jump there. Curious how that ecosystem is going to
how
work
that
and
works.
how much you can divulge. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So initially, when we were working on this project, and when we signed up with Sui, we weren't going to do a token at all. I just found, I always said to myself, I said, look, I'm only going to launch a token only if it makes sense and there's a real utility behind it. For us, we're ad revenue generating, and the blockchain kind of fixed the cross-border payments for creators. Beforehand we was limited to one third party, which is only available in 50 odd countries. So blockchain made sense across that. So, and it was the guys at Sui that said to me, they're like, why are you not doing a token? And I was a bit like, I don't know, like there's got to be a utility behind it, and that no one's really cracked it. And there has to be a reason why no one's cracked it. So, and that's what I love about the guys at Sui, like all the founders, like Adoni and Evan and the guys. They just, it's no limits with them. It's like push, keep pushing and motivating you. And they're obviously, ex Facebook, and so the amount of insights that you get, you can't pay for, right? So, so I thought, okay, let's try, let's try come up with a good utility behind it. So I really, I delve deep in terms of the psychology of a token, and the whys, and why has no one kind of cracked it properly across all these kind of Web3 cool social networks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately that didn't happen. So if you really break it down, again, this is not right, this is not wrong. Like, this is how we broke it down, and how we're kind of looking at it. Essentially, the token is used as a reward-based mechanism, right? Now, the beauty of our platform is that the reward that people get is monetization, which is, in this case, money, right? But if you break down the stakeholders, there's three core stakeholders for this platform for it to work, right? You've got advertisers, you've got creators, and you've got the users. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if you break down the reward-based mechanism for each one of those subsets, for advertisers and for creators, it makes sense, right? Because there's revenue in play. You could link the revenue with a token. You can do all these things. It's instant, and so on, right? So that was the easy part. The hard part is the users, right? Now, the thing is, what do essentially users want? They want to be entertained, and they want a platform that works, platform that's new, a platform that's cool, and so on. So how do you link the monetization to users? Now, and then this is where we went to the market and we was looking at what everyone has done. And it was always, watch to earn, do this to
Yep.
earn, share, do the like, and you get some tokens and some points, and all of that stuff, which hasn't really kind of taken off. And the question is why, right? So, based on kind of all this research, number one is the trust, right? Which is probably the priority. And then number two is you have to do all these things for you to get 0.00 something of a token to really be meaningful. So, which we didn't want to do. So, we were trying to think, okay, what if we do this? What if we do that? And it always kind of come back to watch to earn, do this to earn, engage to earn, and blah, 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 which we know doesn't work. So I spoke to a couple of guys, and I was like, look, I don't think we can crack this. We're stuck on this one part. And then and that was, again, a great insight from one of the advisors, and he was like, you didn't think about in terms of what else people want. And it was that users want to be recognized by their favorite creator, right?
Oh
Something
yeah.
so simple. If
Oh
I
yeah.
post if I post a comment on Messi's picture and Messi replies back to me or he likes my comment, my God, it's euphoric. It's that dopamine here. It's like, oh my God, Messi just liked my comment. So we just focused on that. So then we were like, okay, cool. That led us down a completely different train of thought. So now imagine this. So imagine you, Brian. I'm a huge fan of your podcast, right? You're an up and coming creator. I think you're super cool and I want to support you, right? Now, imagine I share your video, right? I share it off platform. I post it on Twitter. I post it on Reddit. I post it wherever. Anyone who clicks on that video from my link, so that when I click share, it creates a unique URL to me. I get 10% of your ad revenue, right? That's number one. Okay. Number two is, which is most important, is I get 10% of your ad revenue. So we've created, and we're still kind of, we're still like fixing it up, but basically we're creating this ambassadorship, affiliate type program where you can reward users, your followers, to share your content and get you more views. Because at the end of the day, with RECRD, views pay, right? That's our motto. So then we thought, okay, cool. Now we've actually linked the monetization part to just your everyday users to build an ambassadorship program for that, and then that's it. So now, basically, the way it works, ad revenue comes in. And all the ad revenue that gets distributed to the tokens, gets distributed to the creators. We use that to buy the RECRD token, and the RECRD token basically gets distributed into everyone's wallets. So we're always going to be buying. So the ad revenue, all of the ad revenue that we do, is basically used as kind of like a backup, or is powered by the ad revenue. So there's always that purchasing from us. And it gets distributed into the creator's wallets, and then the creator could do whatever they want with it. They can cash out. They can use that token to boost their videos. Users can use that to buy other people's videos. Maybe I can buy some of your merch. Maybe I can tip you. Maybe I can buy a 5-minute phone call with you, and so on. So that what we've done is kind of the foundation. It's not the be all and end all. That's just the foundation subset of, number one, building the trust of the token, and number two, driving that reward mechanism for RECRD, and then just coming up with tons and tons of utilities as we scale and as we grow.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what else you come up with, because that's a very unique way to approach it. I mean, play to earn, just to do certain tasks is, don't want to say it's cliche, but it's used quite a bit within the industry, and it works in some cases, and I do believe personally that it will ramp up over time. But what you're doing, it feels like, it really feels like that community, that fan base has skin in the game with the creator as well.
Exactly.
And they want to get views. They want to repost it. They want to get that video out. It's
simple.
it's that simple. It's but it's I never came up with it. I mean, but it's a very unique way to utilize your token. I absolutely love it. I think it's a great idea. And I can see why it was so successful. I mean, you onboarded 1 million people in India and from Friday. That's amazing. And I am curious. Like, what's your plan on onboarding artists and creators? Like, what's your marketing plan? Obviously, you were super successful with India. Curious how you got 1 million people in India, and really how you're going to onboard all these other people in the country, in the US, everything along those lines.
Absolutely. So, great question. So, again, like, I'm coming from an advertising background. Insights is what drives a lot of my decisions, and I'm a research guy. Now, if you kind of look back at most of these, like, when you say like someone's creating a social network, everyone just rolls their eyes. It's like the worst kind of thing to try and create a startup on, right? But at the end, because it's so hard. But at the end of the day, like, is TikTok going to be the last ever video platform in history? Is Facebook going to be the last ever kind of juggernaut social network? Like, who knows, right? So, we looked at why so many has failed. And, people have raised millions, to some extent, billions. Not naming one, which is a short form OTT platform, which I'm kind of guessing you can guess which one. But, why did it fail? Like, so it's not just kind of throwing money at trying to get users. What we're trying to do is we're not going after the biggest of the big content creators. These guys are killing it. They're doing so well. It works for them. Other platforms work for them. So for us, we're actually going after, more of the up and coming short form content creators and really, really backing them, putting them out, promoting them. And we want to make them record famous. So we've actually created something called the Record Academy. So it's for a select number of up and coming creators that create reboundable content. And that's what's key, right? Because on our platform, it's not just another video platform, right? And it's really important to understand as a creator, if you want to start creating content on Record and start making serious money, it's the style of content that we push, right? So if you think of video can kind of be categorized into one of five, right? You've got produced like content. So we're talking, and again, we come up with these terms, right? But we're talking, TV shows, movies, highly produced content, normally 16:9, big budgets and so on. So these are owned by the Netflixes of the world, the Amazon Primes, the Hulus, the HBO, and so on. So that's one style of video. The second is your captured moments, right? A captured moment video is I'm walking down the street and I see two old people having a fight, right? What are you going to do? You're going to take out your phone, you start filming, this is the world, unfortunately, we live in, right? So it's that viral captured moment video that you then post online. So that's number two. Number three is semi-scripted content, right? So we're talking vlogs, we're talking editorial, we're talking education videos, skits, something that's not necessarily highly production worthy, but these are your 5 to 10 minute YouTube style videos. Number four is instant expressive content. So whip out my phone, I'm instantly expressing myself. It's short form. I post it on TikTok and Snap and Instagram, and great. I'm looking for those likes and comments. Then you have music videos, and then you've got adult content, right? So the thing is, why it's so difficult for a video platform to kind of succeed is, number one, you need to distinguish yourself, right? Now, the thing is, all of those categories are just owned by these juggernauts, right? I'm not going to go up against Instagram. I'm not going to go up against Netflix, right? But what we have done is we're going after and basically creating a new category, which is these reaction-based, response-based category. The hero video on our platform is not the original video. It's the people's responses to that video. So you can take that, that two old people fighting and it's posted, but you're going to want to see the video reactions to it. You're going to want to see the remixes to it and so on. And then the owner could rebound people back, right? So it's a two-way dialogue. So it's not just I post and you watch. Now it's I post and you reply. Like, we don't have likes, we don't have comments on our platform. It's just pure rebounds. It's a rebound based platform. So that's number one. Is kind of we've distinguished that niche, and then to kind of answer your question, it's basically blowing up people in those for that niche where they get seriously paid. On our platform right now, I think I checked yesterday that the CPM, we did a very small test run in the US. And our CPMs were going like $5 or $6. So imagine every 100,000 views, you're getting paid like $400. you know,
Yeah.
and short form content. And you don't have to do anything. You don't have to hit any milestones. You don't have to do nothing. As soon as you sign up to record, you post your first video, you're a silver creator, you get 60% ad revenue. If you want to be a gold creator, you get 80%, but you need to do certain tasks, right? You need to upload more videos, you need to get more rebounds and hit certain KPIs. And then the last one is platinum creators. Platinum creators get 100%. We don't make a single penny from you. We push you, and you'll be favored more in the algorithm, and ad revenue just goes directly into your wallet. So yeah, it's basically finding up and coming creators, pushing them, and really kind of showcasing the uniqueness of the style of content that's being posted. It's not just kind of rip off your TikTok and just download it and then repost it on Record. It won't work. It won't go anywhere. But if there's content out there that drives conversation, that's us.
It's super unique, and especially in the world of these algorithms, I feel like that's like such a big talking point now. It's not, creators can't just like mass post, or like what Gary Vee always says, like multiple posts every single day will increase your visibility. Obviously, that's going to help things, but it feels like things are very algorithm based. You almost want to treat the algorithm as a fan, like how you're gonna engage and get that algorithm to click over. But it feels like you're really solving that by increasing visibility and just increasing engagement overall.
Yeah, like look, the algorithm is key. Like it is key because look at the evolution, right, of the algorithm, of the feed. It started off with friends, right? I add you, you add me, great, you're on my feed, I get updates on what you're doing, right? I'm sure, I don't even know, but I think when it first started, it was just chronological, right? Based on timestamps. And then it kind of then it evolved into recommendations within your friends, right? And then that was going on for many years, and then all of a sudden, like, Instagram come up, switched up the game, and was like, you know what, I don't need to know who this person, I don't need to be friends with this person, I just like to follow their stuff. Then you got the follow on follow methodology, right? So that took like a while. And then obviously they updated their algorithms and so on. And then TikTok changed the game, was like, I don't even need to follow anyone. I'm just going to show you stuff that I know that you're going to like, So, and then that was just pure algorithmic, right? So then as a creator, how do you kind of distinguish yourself around noise? And look, at the end of the day, the algorithm is key to flesh out terrible content, but everyone gets a chance. It's not like you post a video and then, oh no one's seen it, right? It gets shown to a few people, but then it's like, if those few people don't kind of react to it as well, then the chances are of it going further and further down the rabbit hole is like reduces less and less. So and at the end of the day, kind of back to that insight that I said of what do users want. They want to be entertained, they want to have cool stuff on their feed. So yeah, the algorithm it does play a part, but I think where the line is drawn is when the platform has too much influence. That's when there's suppression, like freedom of speech is suppressed, and shadow banning and stuff like that, which we would never do. So it's just like, we kind of will set the rules, but it's up to the community just to kind of run with it. And we have to do our part to make sure that it works, right? And it's in favor for the community, not in favor for us.
I love it. Kind of my last question. It's kind of a two-part here for you. Curious when you're going to be launching in the United States and when I can start uploading some videos. In addition, I want to give you an opportunity to make a call out so people can find you, they can find RECRD, just how we can make that happen.
Sure. So to answer your first question, we're looking around November time. We literally just launched 3 days ago, and there's still a lot of work that still needs to be done. But shout out to India for being the test bed and adopting to it. So that's great. So yeah, November, I would say, and that's when we're roughly thinking about the token as well. Well, Q4. And that's when tokens integrated and everything is done. And then just follow us on Twitter, or X. So we're at Record App. And it's spelled RECRD APP. The website is record.com, recrd.com. And I'm kind of active as well, so you can follow me if you like what I think.
Awesome.
And I'm Anoi Houmou, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely be following both you and Record App. So really enjoyed our conversation. For everybody in the audience, you definitely want to check this out. I'm going to drop all these links down below in the description, but check out Record. They're doing some really cool stuff out there. Really happy to have Anwar on. I really appreciate you jumping on and giving us the whole breakdown.
Thank you, brother. Anytime.
Thank you.